we're all energy. We're all vibrational beings. And the resonance of the gong, the bowls, the TRE you guys are going to do when you shake, the oils, that's the ultimate healing. It literally is going to give you a higher frequency. And everything in our body operates perfectly. Our heart, our respiratory system, everything, our body is a self-healing machine. What gets in the way? What gets in the way of our system from healing? So, all right, give me an example. Our thoughts. So, like, I can't do this. Resistance, right? What else gets in our way of, like, we're born pretty well functioning. And that's a whole other thing, why some people are born with sickness and whether you believe in reincarnation and karma. But let's assume your body's a pretty well functioning machine. And when you think about it, all the cells in your body that are like, right? First, it's just energy. You can't see it. When it slows down and it becomes dense, you can see it, right? So your liver has a certain resonance. All the like-minded cells get together to create that organ, the liver, and it resonates at a certain frequency. So when it's low and sick with like cancer, if you play something like the gong, that higher resonance will flood that. Those cells will entrain and rise so that it gets to its functioning that it needs to get back on track, right? But it's the same thing, like you can eat well, exercise, take great care of yourself. But every day you wake up and you're going to do the dishes and you're like, this sucks. I gotta watch, these kids are so lazy. I gotta wash these dishes. I gotta go shopping. And it's always running in the background. That little virus program is running in the back of your computer all the time. So it negates anything you're doing good for your body. But basically you can eat cat food, but be really tapped in, pray, and be really open, right? So that true healing occurs with, I say, permission. So think about this for a second. What have you given yourself permission to do? Just even today. Think about that. Like, what does permission mean to you? What's permission mean? What's permission mean? Being you're in school, everything's permission.
You need to be allowed to do it.
Okay, so you're saying, I need to ask to do this. So the responsibility or the ability for you to do it is in the hands of somebody else?
Yeah, if you're in certain situations.
Right. So let's say, all right, so think about that. We go to school, we're totally entrained. You have to raise your hand to pee. You have to raise your hand to talk. We're totally enculturated to have to ask for permission to do everything. And that keeps us small. And it keeps us out of our ability to have discernment, which lives here in our gut. When you're feeling anxious, when we talk about, for instance, how you're feeling right now. You're used to this drill?
Yeah.
So
A
right
little anxious.
Anxious. So where is it?
In my hands and my feet.
Why? What do they feel like?
They're a little tingly.
Tingly.
Yeah.
Cold or hot?
It's weird. They feel cold, but
They're sweaty.
yeah.
Okay. And so you just think about that. Like, well, how do I feel? And now you have other things going on. You bring your boyfriend for the first time, fiance. You know, you've got other things. I hope he likes it. You know, so how are you feeling, to put you on the spot right now, right in this moment?
I feel at peace.
Oh, you don't need to be here. If you're at peace, where is it in your body? Where is that peaceful feeling?
I'll kind of say like right here.
So more in your throat?
Yeah.
So give me the sensation.
Like just mellow.
So mellow, but it's soft,
Mm-hmm.
easy,
Yeah.
open,
Mm-hmm.
fluid, right? So, or we forget how to talk about feeling, right? We say, how you feeling?
I don't know.
You don't know. Confused?
I don't know about that one.
Tell me about where are you right now in your body? What feels tight, tense? What feels anything? What do you feel?
Here. It's tense.
Tight, tense. So could that be anxious,
Yeah.
right? So we don't know, but the point is, how do you feel?
That's a loaded question.
I know.
For all intents and purposes, we'll just say curious and well.
So curious is where in your body?
In my mind.
So in your mind, you're busy
Yep.
thinking, listening, judging, right? How have you been living? So well, where's well?
Well,
Well is the wannabe well.
it's not as well as it could be.
Yeah. But well is saying you're okay.
I'm okay with being here.
That's good. That's a good step. I'm like, she got me here, I'm here, I'm okay, right?
Yep.
Until I have to run out the door. All right.
Which may happen.
So curious. All right, that's a good thing. I like the way you phrase that. It's a positive. We want to be curious in life. We lose curiosity. We get blocked and we get anxiety. Curiosity means you're grounded enough. You're not overwhelmed. So you can engage in listening and checking out different things. But most of us get so overwhelmed. We're so shut down because this switch down here, the amygdala in the brain, right? We're in sympathetic arousal. We're always in protect. And when we're in protect, we can't connect. And connect is like this, right? Your posture's back, your chest is open. But when we're in protect, we're like this. Our psoas muscles all contracted. That's tight. That signals to the brain fear. What's that give us? What chemicals do we get when we're in protect? Nah, come on,
That's
you've
the
been
other
a year
one.
now. Then what do you get when you're stressed? What chemicals? Adrenaline, cortisol. One more thing, glucose. Why we have so like diabetes running rampant. Cortisol, right? Adrenaline, our adrenal glands sit on top of our psoas, and when adrenaline's running, hi girlie. Here, let me sage you while you're getting settled. Here, you can answer some of these questions because I have year-long people not giving me the right answers. All right, so adrenaline junkies. You become an adrenaline junkie because when you get you want to go jump out of an airplane to feel alive, and then after that you need something more, and then we get a little bit crazy living, right? A lot of the suicides today aren't even suicides; it's just reckless living. So it's because we've been locked up so long in that loop. Just getting cortisol and adrenaline and glucose, and you need more of it and more of it. You're never at ease. This process, TRE, is going to literally put your body at ease physiologically. Your biology will be And when you get that we started saying discernment. We lose sight of what feels good. We lose sight. When we talk about permission, what do I want? What do I want? Not what school tells me, who I have to be, where I have to go, what college I have to go to. We start getting all wrapped up in everybody else's shoulds, and we lose sight of right there living in your belly, 2 inches below your belly button, where your intuition lives, which basically is when you were like 7 years old, and you were like on a bike in your bathing suit at the beach, just free. You had no schedule, and you felt alive, right? So we've lost touch with that. So again, permission, and how do you feel?
Tired.
And where's that in your body?
My whole body.
Okay, can't argue with that. All right, so, Jules, how you feeling?
Good.
Where's good? Where's good in your body?
In my stomach.
Okay, so you feel at ease?
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. All right, so bottom line, without getting too crazy, When we talk about permission, Jules, like when we went on retreat and we were saying, give yourself permission, the permission slip, right? For instance, I'll lay in bed. How many of you lay in bed, you're looking at the clock, you know you should go super shopping, you should get up, clean and organize, but you're like, but I'm gonna lay here a little bit longer. But you're never really just laying there because you're battling what you should be doing, right? So your mind's on. But I remember one day, I gave myself permission to just breathe. I'm like, I'm just gonna breathe. And each time I breathed, when I breathed out, I let myself just sink and relax more. And as I stayed with it, I was like, oh, I started to feel my body again. And I started to melt into it. But I was intentional about it. But I had to be aware of that. So most of the time, we're battling ourselves. We want to blame everybody else. But the battle's right here with our own self. So what TRE is going to do is it's going to awaken sensation in the body, which we just said, how do you feel? Well, in my chest. It's going to awaken sensation that's been deadened for so long because we've been living from our mind. We become dissociated from our body. We don't know how we feel. You're like, how do I feel? I don't know. So we wake that up. So when we wake up our senses, our sensation in our body, that leads to what? What wakes up after, Jules? When we wake up the body, you leave here the next day, you didn't speak for 4 days, you washed your throat. What did that bring up in you? Emotions.
Yeah.
So who calls me, I'm so angry, what did you do to me? Or anybody. I'm angry, I'm sad, I've been crying for 3 days. But we think right away, like a couple people, I got a low-grade fever, I don't know, I feel achy all the I'm like, good, I'll see you tomorrow. So he comes in, you gotta ride through that. Because right away you wanna grab Advil, you wanna get whatever and stop it. Because we're all afraid of pain. And pain's our indicator. Your shoulder hurts, it's telling you you're breathing wrong. It's telling you you're hanging forward like this, or breathing from our neck. It's our indicator. But they want to go shoot you up with stuff. They want to cut you and create more trauma and treat you as though it's an isolated thing. Everything stems from right here in the core. And when your psoas muscle isn't like this in contract and protect, when it's like this, elongated, juicy, the way it should be, you can't be sitting at a desk all day, you gotta make an effort to get up and walk around. That indicates to your brain, give me good hormones, give me good chemicals, like what, Jules? What do you get?
Dopamine.
Ah, she's listening.
Oxytocin,
Dopamine, and there's another one, yeah, like
Serotonin.
warm milk at night, serotonin. So all the stuff that we take a pill, a feel-good pill, to get our chemicals releasing, and we become addicted to that stuff, that's synthetic, that's artificial. This is a natural way to stop adrenaline and stop cortisol and literally get all the good healing hormones and chemicals into your system and actually feel like, I could say to you, how do you feel? And we do an affirmation like, I feel good. I feel good. Today's a good day. But it's bullshit because you don't feel it. You have to have the felt sense in your being, which TRE will literally let you go home and you'll say, I haven't slept like that in a long time. And you'll say, my chest feels open because you laughed and you opened it, right? But that's physiological, and that told your neurology, send me good healing hormones, and it sends it, and what happens? Your psychology changes, which is, I feel good. But I could sit you in a counseling office for 100 years and take your money for a very long time, and we could talk about it all, but it's not changing anything. Action changes it. Physiological change from the body. So what we're doing is we are hitting the body from the bottom up, and we are awakening sensation vibrationally through a natural process, shaking. Then we're going to do it through sound, and we're going to do it through a little bit of oils, which has a high frequency. So all I ask is that you yourself permission. So what that means, and we have a lot to talk about too, because I have good ideas for you. Allowance, openness, right? So when we come into the heart, we're all blocked by something. We're all angry about something. We're still blaming our mother, or we're still blaming our boss, and we're still seeing in everything else what's wrong. And we forget that what's wrong is right here with us. But sometimes we're not ready for that, because that means you have to be responsible and you gotta make a change. So you're here for a reason, and the reason is you're gonna awaken things, and what are you gonna do with it? Because this is where responsibility and growing up comes in. Where it means sometimes you awaken and you separate from the pack just a little bit. And in the beginning it's a little lonely, because you're like, nobody else is doing this. They're still gossiping and lying and doing, why do I have to change? So it's like you have to be ready, because you gotta be ready to go through a little uncomfortability, because on the other side, it's like somebody just pushes you out of the plane. And thank God they did, because you're like, oh my God, that was awesome. Let's do it again. But you don't know what's on that other side unless you take the jump. So you're here for a reason, to awaken something. And a lot of the angst that we have, a lot of the anxiety that we have, it's spiritual angst. We get out of alignment with our soul. And we're living in a time where the collective vibration is so negative. It's so manipulative. Not all purposely, it's just fear. We've been running on fear and been manipulated for so long by a power structure that you're like, wait, who's got this? And you're trusting in an insurance policy and a government and an educational system, and you're just hoping they get it right, and then they don't. You're like all pissed off, but nobody wants to know enough for themselves to go jump in all and do it for themselves, right? It's a lot of responsibility, but we're getting to that point because things are falling apart. So we're all waiting for the next shoe to drop, but this process is what you're doing, is self-regulation. You're learning how to get the tools that you need. So when you walk out of here, every day, you can go lay in a closet if you don't feel safe and shake. And you'll get your body back just for the day. And you're like, I'm okay. Then you go the next day, and it's probably messy. You're gonna be hitting a lot of different things. You shake, it's like a pressure cooker. You let out all the steam, you literally regulate your system back into homeostasis, and you could say, I'm okay. I'm okay. In all the death we're seeing, in all the trauma, in all the angst, you can say, I'm okay. So today, I want you, before we start, to just think about what is it that you want to give yourself permission to do. What is it that you're here to fully, I'm talking permission, you don't have to ask anybody else, but I'm here to permit myself to just let go completely and not care what anybody thinks, not care about anybody else around me, but to, fully experience myself. Or what is it that, just think about that for yourself. Why am I here? And I give myself permission, right? So before we start, we're gonna do the peppermint. I'm gonna put a drop of peppermint in your palm. You're gonna get your thumb and then put that in the soft tissue in the roof of your mouth, just to open up your brain, open up your respiratory tract. So all natural, organic oils, you can eat them. Peppermint will open us up. Then after you put it on your roof of your mouth, you're gonna take that oil and go like this, cup it so you don't get it in your eyes, and smell. And I want you to take 3 deep, deep breaths. Inhale through your nose, bring it up the chest, through the throat, into the crown, and then out the mouth. Okay? 3 deep breaths. So, peppermint's gonna wake us up. If I have any more. So this is strong. So we got your grandma on board, right? This is strong. And then when you're all done breathing it in, you can wipe the rest of it on the nape of your neck. Is it coming? And even put it on your chest. So peppermint, drop on the roof of your mouth. Really let that. And when you cup it, like this, don't put your fingers near your face. And then we're gonna breathe in the nose. Feel your lungs expand and let it go out the mouth. Again, slow, let it rise, open up all your lungs, your heart. Let it go. And again. All right, you feel open? All right, the other thing we're gonna do.
That's one over there first.
Huh. Yeah, well so at the end we put on serenity and balance. I don't have my balance, so what I want you to do, just smell this. I want you to smell that. When you smell this, I just want you to imagine being grounded, right? Your body, your butt grounded on the floor, your feet grounded on the earth. Kind of, I am here. I am settled. I belong. And just kind of the idea, the earth supports me. Like right there below you, the earth supports me, feeds me. We don't want to forget the energy below us. So that earth energy. The serenity, we call this liquid Xanax or liquid calm. I have to be careful in my language for certain people. But it literally just brings the body into homeostasis. We put it on the soles of your feet, your wrists, and your neck. So we'll do this at the end of TRE. So right now, just grounding. So I am here. Just be that intention. I am grounded. Then remember when we come up the chakras, which we're going to do, we get very cloudy here below the heart. It's below the heart that keeps us addicted to the world. So everything sensory, when we're lured to external gratification, it's because we don't feel enough. We don't feel enough, and we're not lined up this way. We don't have strong faith. We're not open at the crown. We're forgetting to breathe our breath from our feet all the way to our head and use the breath the same way it's like the Holy Spirit that lives in you, through you. The breath does that. But if you're blocked at the crown, you'll get a lot of migraines. You'll get a lot of headaches. We don't understand, and we take all these pills and it gets more blocked. It's just because we're not open with our breath. So we're going to do some work with that, which we're going to come around and we're going to come into this. What's the second chakra, everybody, that have been coming here forever? You got the root, we just got grounded, the sacral. And what's that about? Right here for the women, it's the womb, it's water energy. What is that about? Orange color. What does orange say to you? Orange, alive, sensual. I'm creative. I'm inspirational. I am just in touch with who I am. I'm enough, right? So wild orange, smell this. That's a citrus uplift, right? So we're going to come around. We're not only going to do TRE, we're going to bring in color. These lights will be off. You'll have orange. We'll be doing stuff. So, and you can feel free, if you want to put a drop, you could put it right here on your belly. But this is just the awakening of intuition. Intuition lives right here in our belly, and it's really connected to our third eye. Our third eye is tapped into our inner higher self. And it always knows what's best for us, what our purpose is. It's always calling us. It's always moving forward. But we block it, again, with our thoughts. We block it with chemicals, with drugs, with toxic stuff we put into our body. You want to put it on your belly? No? All right, so smell this. Feel free if you want to put a drop or two, rub it clockwise on your belly. And then the other two things before we finish out, because I just want to take you through. So we're in the belly. I'm enough. I feel, sensual. I'm in touch with who I am. Who is that? When we were young, we weren't like always criticized about every little thing. So I'm enough. Now lemon, the third chakra is yellow, right?
Yep.
What is the third chakra?
Solar plexus.
Solar plexus, that's ego. That's who my personality is. It's not always who I really am. It's who I show the world. It's power, but it's power tainted a little bit. The ego is power that's like, gotta compete, because we're taught to compete. It's gotta control, right? So this lemon purifies. The ego right here is fire. This is, imagine the yellow sun burning that away. Lemon purifies it. This is, I'm confident, I'm powerful. But I'm not confident and powerful to get over on you. I'm going to find the gifts in you and inspire you. I'm not trying to compete with you. Right? A balanced ego. All right, lemon. You could put this here on your solar plexus if you want. But this is the element of fire. This is your digestion. And when we're trapped and when we're all like this, we have irritable bowel. We have all kinds of digestive problems, belly aches, diarrhea. When we're in sympathetic mode, that's what affects you. All right. Here. You got it? All right. We've moved up. What's next? Next chakra is heart. So, what color do we bring in when we're doing
Green.
green? Because you need green, right? Greens fill. But when we want to protect our energy, we want to give. But if you don't have enough to give, you're depleted, right? That's where a lot of us are serving everybody. You know, you're raised Italian. I was like, oh, make them this, do that. Nobody appreciates you. You do. And you're exhausted. So you have to learn how to fill yourself up. So green fills you up. But what are we filling ourselves up with? When our heart is empty, when our heart needs filling, why is that? What do we really need? Self-love. And even before you can even get to love, what are we trying? We talked about permission.
Self-acceptance.
Acceptance. Like, basically realizing I'm imperfect. I'm not, sometimes what we're hearing is our mother's criticism or whatever that record that plays, that you're not enough. So it's really, you gotta say, I'm good. I'm enough. So you gotta forgive first yourself for allowing yourself to feel not enough for so long. It starts there. Because if I accept me and I accept all my imperfections, and I could show up just as messed up and be okay, and I don't have to prove anything to you, I have a hell of a lot easier time accepting you. I'm not going to be blaming you because I'm just as messed up. But we don't want to admit that because we have status and roles and, I went here and there and I did. It doesn't matter. We're all alike. And when you come and do TRE, it doesn't matter. People come to me because they're like, oh, she has good degrees and all that. They come in and I'm like, it means nothing. Yeah, education is valuable. But what matters is we all shake the same. We all have the same issues. We're all pee at the same and do everything the same. So forgive. Smell this. Some people don't like it. What you don't like sometimes is what you need. So you can feel free if you want to put a drop on your heart. You can. But forgive blend literally allows you. My goal with you guys today is I want you to allow this process. I want you to lay down and come into your heart. And I want you to forgive yourself for anything. Blaming other people, putting too much pressure on yourself, talking so critically to yourself. And just be gentle with yourself today. Just be like, I'm okay. It's okay. Right? You want to put it on your heart? You like how that smells?
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Forgive, baby. All right. I like forgive. Let me put it on my heart. Some people don't. Now lavender, which we'll get to, is the oil of communication. I hated it. All right, here we go. This is the Mac Daddy of them all, next to frankincense, but rose oil. Rose, so this is the pink of the heart. So why do we then have pink? Green is fill myself up, love myself, accept, forgive myself, be all right with just not being all right. Pink comes in, when we give pink, we do the little thing, I say,
Give it away.
give it away. So what happens when I give love?
I receive love.
Way better than if you're always hoarding it, you got that lack mentality, you hold your money and it gets like stale. It's just but if you trust and you believe in the universe as an abundant universe and you believe that you're powerful and you give, law of attraction, you're going to keep receiving. You do. It's just the way it is. But if you give the money, you're like, oh fuck, it's my last $5. It doesn't matter, you gave it. It negates everything. It's the same thing as eating really well and thinking badly. Rose, smell that. You could put that on your heart. Rose, this is full of compassion. It's loving kindness. It's when your kids are driving you nuts. All you could do is pray. Dear Lord, let them find you. Let them find peace. Let them find serenity. Let them find their answers. Because each of us, we're our own journey, right? We can't do anything for anybody. It's up to each of us. We're our own business, right? You like that? All right, you guys are going to be all high-vibing before we even shake. You're going to be, if you got pulled over tonight, then you're going to get pulled over for a high frequency. Seriously, you think I'm kidding? After too much of this, you're in high frequency. All right, next thing, and then we'll move along. The one I hated. Now it's growing on me. Throat. Your throat chakra. If you're not open here and your heart's not open, a lot of ugly stuff comes out of our mouth. We say the tongue can break you down, or it could build you up. It could destroy you and other people. We're always better off not saying anything. You know, it's like, stop, think. Is it kind? Is it even necessary? Did they even ask me? And if we stop there and we literally say, when like your husband's freaking out on you, and you're just like, oh, this poor guy, I love him, he's not that, and you really send him, truly, not like spiteful, it's gotta be real. You'll watch him change right in front of your eyes. So, this is for your throat. Lavender oil is the oil of communication. So we always have to be careful of, if our heart is soft and open and loving, it's easier to say, you look pretty today, right? We start with a little compliment, how you doing, right? But when we're all jacked up and protect, you can't even look at somebody in the eye. So this, tonight we'll all be crying. It's okay, it's all good. And she'll be laughing.
Yes.
And after her laughter, we'll all be crying. All right, so lavender. Then we're going to finish up third eye and crown. So think about your throat. For you, your throat, you didn't have a voice for 4 days. So that was moving energy. My throat, the whole reason I'm in this field, the whole reason I'm doing TRE, I was so sick. I had fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue and polyps growing on my throat. They wanted to cut them out and do major surgery. And they gave me an option. You want breath therapy? The doctor's like, just breathe. You do breathing. Because I thought I needed sound. And it totally healed the polyps completely because I wasn't breathing properly. I was so shallow that they were growing because they weren't oxygenated. My breath healed that. And I had to do vocal therapy, going, and a poor person with me because I had no anything. But you guys are going to do this with me. But voice, moving, sound. The throat is all about sound. The word amen. It's from, we were created from sound, right? So think about your throat. Who feels blocked in their throat? Would you even know? Still?
Not as much.
Do you get a lot of sore throats?
No, but it always feels like there's something
Scratchy.
in there.
And you mucusy in your throat? Mm-hmm. All right, well, we'll see tonight who's coughing and we're opening that. All right, the last two. Who knows anything about the third eye? And what am I doing for the third eye? What is the third eye, Jules?
Intuition.
Intuition. And where else is intuition? Huh? The belly. Second chakra. Intimate. Our gut and our third eye. This is when you feel like this. Like all anxious all the time. You're like, oh, I gotta do this. Oh, I gotta do. You're out of alignment. This is closed. This is closed. When you're like this, you said today, I'm calm. I'm calm. When you feel like, I'm good. I'm good. Like your belly feels at ease. That's a nice open second chakra. Then you have the ability to hear, like, let's say you meditate. Who here meditates? Anybody? All right. So you're meditating. And you're sitting there, calm, and you get this thing, I gotta go 7-Eleven. Goes up. This is thought. You didn't think it, but you follow on that impulse. You go to 7-Eleven. You're like at the slurpee machine. Somebody's like, hey, how you doing? And you meet somebody. You think it's a synchronicity. But it's the impulse. Our inner being, the universe is lining everything up for you. But you have to learn how to tap into the impulse that comes in, and it's not the ego out of fear thinking things. It's in calm, soft surrender, and you're going to get impulses. Now you start acting on them, and everything changes. You start meeting like-minded people, and the energy gets magical. Right, Jules? Are you experiencing any of that?
Yeah, I have, for sure.
Because, why do you think? Neroli doesn't smell the best. This is a high potent oil for the third
Being
eye.
aligned and
For what?
just like learning and being aligned and
Third eye. Third eye.
opening up my intuition and
So
being
you're
able to.
so you're more aware.
Mhm.
Can I say a little something about you?
Yeah.
This is nothing. She came to me with so much anxiety, like we all have, from doing this process. She's most enlightened. She came into all her gifts. Highly clairvoyant, highly aware of energy. What she was trying to do is shake out all of the stuff that had her hijacked and had no flow, and she wasn't able to discern what's my energy and what's your energy. So we're so fouled up, we go in a room, I'm taking on all your stuff, and I feel sick. And I'm like, that's why like, the sage works for me, not for you. But it just gives you that discernment where you can start to feel the ah or the ugh. You start to feel what's going on in your belly. All right, final thing, and we'll move on. The one thing, if you ever are in doubt of what oil to use for your body, what do you use, Jules?
Frankincense.
Frankincense. More, what did they give Jesus?
Frankincense.
Frankincense,
Myrrh.
myrrh. More valuable than gold. These oils that come from the earth, the highest frequency, and these are pure. Frankincense is an oil, same with On Guard. If you go out, put it all over you. You get it from head to toe. And you think I'm kidding, but it literally shields you, and it just protects you. This oil, right now, smell it, and then put a drop on your crown, right here. This literally will help you to be open. And anybody that's never done this, they think you're nuts, you know? Like, what's she talking about with these oils?
That's true. The frankincense.
But unless you use them and experience for yourself, and it's the same thing, you have to be open. You have to be open and let them do the work, all right? So after this, we're gonna get going. We are gonna shake. So, before we even get shaken, everybody needs to get one of these. Any kind of journal, gratitude journal. I want you always to have it. Whether you pick a journal that's real pretty and that's your gratitude journal, and just another notebook for like all your anger, however you want to do it. But always by your bed. Because after we do this stuff, like tonight, you might go home and tonight you have the most vivid, crazy dreams that you haven't had in a long time. So when it comes up, you write it. And you don't even have to write it and make meaning, scribble it. but you have it by your bed, and you gotta get that stuff out energetically. Because all it is chaos that's been trying to work itself. And if you don't get it out, it's just gonna play in the background. So you get it out. So you're right. Have you been writing?
I have actually.
Have you been writing?
I do a gratitude journal.
That's it. Do you journal? You don't like to write?
Not really.
You like to draw?
Not really.
Well, you could do anything you want. You could scribble. Like when you get up, you could just go like this. If it's anger, doesn't matter. It's kinesthetic. You gotta get it onto the paper when you remember it. So that's like early morning, right? All right, so before we get all into all TRE, because we're just gonna start, who has a question for me about everything that I just threw up all over you? Just about anything we just talked about, anything? No? All right, TRE real quick. 7 little quick exercises. We're gonna go through them. We're gonna do them pretty quickly. You guys are getting better, like you'll get to the point now you don't need these exercises. Probably you can do it now, right? You lie down and you shake. Have you tried?
I can do the exercises within like 2 minutes
Yeah.
and then start shaking.
Okay, in a little bit you won't need the exercises.
Okay.
Jules, do you do the exercises anymore?
I still do them a little, like real fast
Okay.
for a couple minutes.
The whole reason we're doing this, we're doing little simple exercises to get the body to be tense to the point that when we're on the wall at the end, we get a little bit of a shaking that feels comfortable. And it's the same like when we get fatigued working out in the gym, but this contraction's gonna start and find a rhythm, and it's gonna find a rhythm that we're not controlling. So then when we lay down on the floor, and I'll have your back, you'll be on your back, and we're gonna move I'll show you, step you through it. You're gonna start a rhythmic shaking. And the mind, the beauty of it is the left brain, the ego, is totally out of the process. It bypasses our thinking brain, and it allows, like you can watch TV, talk, do whatever you want. Distraction's good with this process. So we're making it all woo-woo tonight and comfy, but the goal is after you take a walk or you're done your day, you lay down, you shake for 15 minutes and you feel reset. Then you wait a couple days, do it again. And you stay ahead of all the accumulation of stress. But stress, who thinks stress is a bad thing? It's a good thing. It's how we respond to it, right? But that stress, it's been living in our body, and the traumas from when we're little, it's living in our body. So TRE in the beginning, it's like going for a good dental cleaning. If you haven't taken care of your teeth in a while, you really gotta get it all done. It's gonna hurt a little bit sometimes. It might be more emotional, but we're digging deep to get to stuff that's been living in us for a long time. So there's soft trauma and hard trauma. Soft trauma is the stuff you don't really know about. It's not a time and a date. It was when you were little, your parents are fighting, something happened to you that you block out. Things that have occurred over a long period of time, kind of developmentally, and that lives lodged in the body. Stuff like that takes 6 months to literally get rid of. We will get rid of it, and once it's gone, it's gone. Not like going to a counselor and we talk about it and we, pull it all the way across our lifetime. Hard trauma, like fall. I fell off the roof, I broke a bone. I slip on the ice. Vicarious trauma, the media, the music, the gloom on the news, if you're tuned into it, right? Compassion fatigue, working with the kids that have at school that are stressing you out, being a firefighter or a policeman or working at the front end, right? Hard traumas, we get rid of right away. They leave the body and they are gone. And then the goal is we stay up, we shake, and it's just maintenance. So it's daily maintenance. So stand up. We're gonna just go through. The first one we're gonna do is get it grounded, like we just did with balance on our feet. So I like to shut my eyes, soft knees, and just take a nice deep breath in the nose and let it out the mouth with a couple more like that. In and out. And as you're breathing, keep going. In and out. Just notice your energy in your body. Where's your breath? Is it high in your throat? Is it just up in your mouth and your nose? bring that breath all the way to the belly. When you breathe in, let your belly expand like a big balloon. When you breathe out, let your belly contract into the spine. Now I want you to feel your feet. When you breathe in, it's as though you're breathing the earth up into your legs, all the way up through your heart, up to your crown. And then breathe out all the negativity, give it to the earth, let it go. And again, in and up. Give all the tension, give it to the earth through the feet. One more like that, nice red earth energy, and then give it away. And then we're just gonna roll our ankles all the way to the right, all the weight, outer edge of the right, inner edge of the left foot. Take a breath, let it go. And then to the left, really put the weight on those outer edges. We're waking up the feet, stretching the ankles, getting grounded, and then back to the right. Big breath in. Everything is breath. We get out of the mind by using the breath. Back to the left. Big breath in. Let it go. And now we're just going to go like we're skiing downhill, left and right. We just wake up the nerves in our feet, stretch the ankles, and then we shake out our feet in between everyone, and then we move up. Feet are right under the shoulders, and we're coming up and down like this. Calf raises. All of the alignment is right like this, so you get the maximum pressure, tension in the calf. I don't know, 15 times. When you feel tension, no pain, you stop. So 70%. Yeah, you could go fast like that to make it quicker. So you want to really fire your calves. And if you're a runner, it takes longer. But like I feel this now. You judge for yourself and you shake in between. Then we move on up from the calves. If you're not there yet, just keep going and watch me. Now we move up to the inner upper thigh. No, not yet. What do we do next? Thigh, glutes. So we're gonna do little squats, right? Like I have a barbell on me, I'm up and down. I'm firing my glute. All my weight's in my heel. So if you push me, I'm falling backwards. That's how much weight's in my heel. No back pain, you should feel no pain. Let me know if you do feel pain. And you're like this, look, instead of like that, up and down. Little squats. And you can even just go like this. Fire your glute and then your quads. We're just trying to get fatigue. And if you're like more athletic, you could go like this and you're just going up and down. You're using the front of your hands just for balance. You isolate, right? Or you can go like this on the wall.
No, you're
Up
not.
and
We
down.
all are.
Yeah, we all are. Alright, so you gotta feel this in your butt, right? And you're fine. So if you're not there yet, just keep going. When you are there, you shake, but just watch me for the next one. So now we're moving up, right? We're going to the psoas muscle that we've been talking about. This is all about breath. I'm gonna do 4 things. First, I'm gonna hang like this for 3 breaths. Then I'm gonna hang to the left for 3 breaths, the right for 3 breaths, and then stretch through my legs for 3 breaths, and then slowly roll up. We'll do it together. Soft knees, hang like a rag doll. Let your head, your neck, your jaw just relax. Let gravity pull you. Take an in-breath through the nose. Let it all out the mouth. Second breath, in. Let it go. Third breath, in. Let it go. Walk yourself over to the left knee. Keep it soft. Big inhale from the nose. Longer exhale from the mouth. Really deliberate. Bring it in and up. And let it go long. When you're bringing that next breath up, bring it up as though you're expanding every vertebra. You might even pop, like stretch it. Let it all go. And then walk all the way over to the next soft knee and pull that breath in and up and really let it go. And again, in and up and Let it go. And again, in and up. And let it go. And then hang like a ragdoll in the center. Palms face up, stretch through your legs as comfortably as you can and really draw that in-breath up the spine. Expand it all the way up to the throat, the face. Let it go. Again, deliberate, stretch it, breathe it, intentional. And this last one, biggest breath of the day. Long inhale, drag it, expand. Drop all the tension, let it go. And then vertebra by vertebra, slowly winding up back to standing. Head and neck last, make sure you're not dizzy. And then when you feel grounded, shake your feet. And we have 2 more to do, and that's it. So the next one is for our hip flexor and then the wall sit. So I'm gonna put my hands on my hip and we're pushing the hips forward. Or you could put a palm like that. Your butt's like your shelf. And you're doing just a little, what's this, bow. Keep your neck neutral for now. Like I'm just looking forward, right? I'm not straining my neck. We're gonna take 3 breaths here. In and out. Push out like you're breathing through your hips. Really push those hip flexors. Breathe in, and like I'm pulling you. Breathe out the hips. Everything's in the hips. Breathe in, and just breathe out. Then I'm gonna take my right hip. My knees are soft. I'm twisting like handlebars on a bike, and I'm looking over the left heel, and I'm really stretching that right hip flexor for 3 breaths. In and out. I'm really twisting, pushing, stretching, breathing. 2 more breaths. Nice long exhales. 3rd breath deep. And the exhale longer. Then we take that left hip, we rotate, look over the right heel, really stretch that left hip flexor. Breathe in. Let it go. Breathe in. Let it go. And breathe in. Let it go. And then back to center. 3 big deep breaths. Last 3. Really feel that right where they connect. The thigh, the hip. Again. And then shake. And then the fun is you find a spot on the wall. Make sure your feet are way out so that you can see your toes. Try and get as 90 degree as you can. And if it hurts, if you get to like 50%, come up 2 inches. Keep coming up 2 inches until you get to a point where you got a little shaking, right? So, let me shut this light. Did you lock that back door?
Yep.
Okay. Let me lock the front door so we don't have any surprises. Alright, you're already in socks, you're not slipping. Put your feet all the way out so you can see your toes. And if you slip, take off your socks. And like try and get where, take your socks off. And then when it hurts, come up 2 inches. Keep them.
I might have locked. I don't know.
You locked it?
I think I did by accident.
No, you're good.
Okay.
Oh wait, you might have locked that for 10 now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because I was like, it was a reflex that I thought about it.
Alright. Man, I can smell a lot of wheels in this room.
Yeah.
Smell them?
It's great.
Alright, so. You shaking? Oh, it looks like it's like, oh, it's happening quick for you. You have nothing?
I don't usually shake on the wall.
Then go a little lower. But don't hold like an army cadet. What I want you to do is feel your feet, right? Feel like you have no weight in your body, but all of the weight is in your feet. So really be aware of that connection to the earth. And really be aware of the heaviness in your feet. And if you really focus on your feet, you'll start to get trim range in here. like an artist,
Yeah.
and they numb it,
No.
so they just go
Yeah.
right through both hands.
They do one at a time.
Let me see the other one. Is that the other one? Well, at least you don't have those big, right? You know those big holes that they make in the widen.
The gauges.
Ugh,
Yeah.
what's all that all about? All right, you gotta put your feet more parallel, like right here. Come out so your toes are out. There you go. Sit, and then when it hurts, come up 2 inches. Feel your feet. While you're sitting, feel your feet on the earth. All the connection in your feet.
No,
Is it working now? Okay. So you're gonna stay here for a little bit. Let me see what time it is. I'll talk my head off. All right, so we're gonna lower this a bit. I'm gonna get you guys all eye masks. Who's not shaking? Because we're waiting for the last one. So even if you have to lie. No, that wouldn't be a good throat chakra thing to do now. All right. You shaking? Yeah. Nothing.
Like a little bit here and there. Oh my gosh.
I feel quivering. You don't feel it, it's internal. Do you feel that little quivering? Twitchy, twitchy? Yeah. Yeah, you will. Do you feel anything?
I get it in my back.
Yeah, it goes right up.
Yeah, this is like I don't get it as much down here.
She's done it to others. She's done it to me, don't worry.
You need a little assistance. Just a little bit. Oh, does it hurt? Does it hurt you? Does it hurt? Alright then, come up 2 inches. You'll be fine. You're shaking now. You'll shake. Don't worry, you'll all shake. Alright, I'm shutting this light too.
Oh my gosh.
That's dark. Let me put it. You like it like that? Yeah. Alright, good.
Yeah, I'm alright with it.
You're like, just a little bit. Alright, so, a little bit more, and when we do, I'm gonna demonstrate for you guys. When you come down to the floor, then I'll show you guys. You're gonna lay on your back, and you're gonna make a butterfly like this. And your feet, it's important that your soles are connected, that electrical loop. We take 3 grounding breaths, and then we lift our hips up for 1 minute. And this isn't about going high, but it's about getting into flow, like fighting resistance, and your hips might want to pulse or rock. Let it happen. Don't just hold. And then see what happens. After that, we come back down. We make a little bit of room, like we move our heels a little away, and then we take 3 more breaths, and then we lift 2 inches. And we just hold that for a little bit. I'll take you through breath, and I'll take you through the chakras. You can tune me totally out. Do whatever you want, but just when your mind gets busy, come back to your breath. And then we'll go up 2 more inches. The tremoring should, intensify a bit. Some people don't even tremor the first time. I'll come around and check you out. Then we go tighter, 3, third lift. And then we put our feet on the floor like this. And we let the tremors that started in our legs go up the spine. They go up the central nervous system up to the cranium to literally change what's happening in the brain. And it really strips the reptilian part of the brain of trauma that's been lodged. So we hang out. When you want to stop, you don't like this anymore, you just want to stop, you go like this. If you want to stop completely, you lock your feet like that. And then when we're all done, we'll do sounds. Alright? We'll go through them. Alright, for you guys, same thing. We're going to be in this butterfly, 3 breaths. We lift our hips up for 1 minute. Don't fight it. Let it happen. If your body wants to move, come back down. 3 more breaths. We move our heels a little away. We take our first 2-inch lift. And we'll do another 2-inch lift. Another 2-inch lift. And we put our feet flat on the floor. And we always wait a minute or so because sometimes it stops. This gives us a chance to let them go up the spine. And then if you don't want to do it, you feel uncomfortable, put your feet out like this, or you lock your feet. At any time, you could always roll over to one side. So we're trying to relax our belly. We don't want to just come up like that. If you want to get up, get water, do whatever. You do whatever you have to do. You don't have to listen to me. All right. When you're ready, you're going to come off the wall and you're going to hang with soft knees forward like this. If your body's shaking, let it happen. 1 minute like this. Just breathe in and out. And I want you to just hang. Anybody shaking?
Yeah.
All right, good. Let it happen. Let it happen. I'll take my music here. And now I'm going to drop at each person's spot for after. We're going to each get an affirmation. We'll read it afterward. See what it is you're supposed to know for the night. You shaking? Yep. All right. 10 more seconds. Don't forget to breathe. And then slowly roll up. And you want the bathroom? Oh, over in the back. You'll see cups and a cooler. Help yourself. Oh, there's nothing in there? Oh, there's nothing in there, she said. How could it be? Yeah, there is.
Oh, okay. It looked empty.
Oh, did it? Oh, it's in the bottom of it. You get yourself. Yeah, help yourself. All right. Yeah, if anybody needs water, it's in there. All right. Here we go. So, we're lying on our backs, making a nice butterfly position where our feet are nice and connected to one another. And I want you to take 3 deep grounding breaths. 3 breaths. Okay. After your 3rd breath, well, not yet, just 3 breaths. Imagine red, plugging yourself deep into the earth as though your spine's plugged in like an avatar. Plug in, breathe in enough beautiful red energy. And then you can pick those hips up. Pick your hips up. We're trying to hold it for a minute, or at least until you get some rhythm. You good? So again, allow what happens. If it wants to rock, roll, whatever you gotta do. A little bit more. Let your body allow it to happen. Trust your body. And breathe. And if you feel you got a little something going, you can lower your hips. If you want to give it a little bit more tension, you can. Listen to your body. And just keep in mind, when the body does start to shake, if it feels too much, you listen to yourself. Less is more. We're used to no pain, no gain. We think more is better. It's not. Less is more. We do a little bit with little integrative breaks. So if you're good, you can lower your hips. And And you're just gonna keep that butterfly position, your soles of your feet touching. 3 nice breaths, grounding breaths. Really letting those hips flail open. If this is uncomfortable for anybody, always speak up and tell me. I can modify everything. And then after your 3rd grounding breath, and you just can push your heels a little bit away from your groin if you haven't already, like 2 inches, just have a little space. Give a little healthy space underneath your armpits, a little room to breathe. And just lift your knees. You're gonna kind of squeeze your feet together and squeeze your knees up 2 inches, just 2 inches. And I just want you to stay there and notice. Breathe. If you can, try to breathe in from the belly. On the in-breath, a big Buddha belly. It blows up like a balloon on the in-breath. And on the out-breath, your belly contracts back into the spine with a nice open HA. We let go. On the out-breath, we let go of the tension. On the in-breath, we breathe in beautiful red healing light. Again, grounding ourselves to the earth. And if you want to create that mantra, I am here, I belong, I am safe. When the mind gets busy trying to interfere, come back to your breath. And if your mind gets really busy, you're having trouble coming back to your breath, you can just say rise on the in-breath, fall on the out-breath. Use a mantra, real simple. The breath of life in, tension out. Give your mind something to do. So the root anchors us to the earth, the color red. It's all about our basic needs. Feeling secure, feeling safe, feeling grounded. This is kind of just that scripture, be still and know that I am. That's it, that's all you need. Drink in that red energy. Of the body. This is when we're little, like the early years are forming our attachments, forming trust. So just again, connect down, ground into the earth. See that red color? The earth supports me. And when you feel grounded, flooded in red, bringing it up the spine, drinking it in, I want you to squeeze your knees 2 more inches. Just 2 more inches. And I want you to invite the color orange. 2 inches below the belly button, that sacral chakra. This is that energy of I am enough. So I want you to imagine the ball of orange sun, sunny, beautiful day, hot energy. Bring that ball of energy into your belly. Just notice the sensation, the texture. What are you experiencing? Because this is your connection. There she goes.
Oh my god.
Let it out. It's good. Giggle. Let it go. You're going to get me going. This is your connection to... Yeah. Let it go. Let it out. You're not going to let me say this is where you feel sensual. This is I allow myself to be nourished. feed myself. I honor my needs. How you guys doing? You're shaking, right? Yeah, Daddy's good. As long as you do it, don't do too much. Break and put your legs out. Breathe. Bring your breath into your belly. You like it? There you are. And then all that. Just trust your body. And when your mind's saying what's going on, come back to your breath. And just keep, if you can, see that orange light. That beautiful orange light in the belly. Imagine a juicy orange. Good. And just open that up. So you're trying to open, you've got a lot of fire in that belly. And it's moving that energy up into your chest. You're trying to break that open. And if anybody wants to giggle along, you giggle. We don't have to be all serious.
I feel like it's every time we're on orange, I laugh.
Yeah, orange is your thing. It's the energy of vitality, and this is creation, creative energy. That's what's being stuck in you. You're not doing what you need to be doing that makes you feel alive. So, laugh. Right? And laugh. All right, so we're really anchoring in that orange. Orange is like age 7. It's like when you felt carefree. It's, you want to bring to mind the times where you just felt nourished. You felt alive. Everything is just as it should be. This orange is all about your connection to the environment. It's how you relate one-on-one to people. Are you willing to make new connections? Are you eager to go greet the world? This is about humor and optimism and lightening up a little bit and having fun. So orange. This is all about, even though it's not the heart, but it's about my soul forgives myself and others. This is the second chakra's intuition. Your soul, your gut lives here. This is your real brain, not the little chemical brain in the head. This knows everything. This is where all your wisdom is locked. You don't need to read a book. You don't need to know anything more external. It's all right here. And when you're ready, you're going to squeeze your knees up a little higher to that like 1 o'clock position, kind of tightening up those knees, but your feet, your soles of your feet are still touching. You want to feel that intimate connection between your feet. And bring in yellow, that fire, the energy of fire, the sun. Imagine the sun beaming down from 12 o'clock right there between your rib cage. This is where the ego lives. This is where all our fear, all our worry, all our need to control lives here. So just let that yellow light burn it away, drink it in, take in that sunshine, and even breathe in, I value myself. I am worth my weight in gold. I am enough. So just breathe in, drink in that yellow light. This is my body is full of energy, health, and vitality. Allow it. This is about age 14 to 21, right? This is all about ego, confidence, control, where you're trying to find the proper action in life, leadership. It's about standing up for yourself, for what you believe in. So when you're out of touch here, when this is unbalanced, we're not asserting ourselves. We're not bringing in enough humor, and this is about passion, hunger, right? It's the element of fire. What makes you feel alive? What do you want to be doing? What's your purpose? These are things you knew when you were a little kid. mind building, pretending you were teaching, acting like a nurse, however you played. This speaks to your soul. So stay with that yellow, drink it in. Be aware, relax your neck, your arms, connecting to the belly. Really breathing in that nice big Buddha belly on the in-breath. Extending that out-breath, giving all that tension to the earth. Really trying to bring the mind down into the body to connect with the breath. The breath bathes, soothes, and it just literally invites spirit to travel and merge the mind with the body. And when you feel connected with that yellow color, saturated in that beautiful sunlight, drinking in that vitamin D, you can put your feet flat on the earth. Just leave it there for a little bit, see if the tremor comes back. And this is where I want you to bring in emerald green. Beautiful emerald green color. This color, this is the heart. This is the way we nourish like a plant does through the process of photosynthesis. Drink in that chlorophyll. Drink it in from your feet like you're in a bed of green grass. Drag it up your legs, through your hips, into the coccyx. Drink it all the way up the gray matter of the spine, soaking it in to the whole spinal cord. Pull it up to the base of the neck, drenching the medulla, the back of the neck, the mouth of God, where the breath of life came in us, the back nape of the neck. Bring it in, drink it in. Fill the whole crown, fill your whole head, your brain, with that deep, oxygenated, deep, rich, healing color of green. Keep breathing it in, deep into your bones. Drench your bones in that heavy green color. You can feel that green coming up the soles of your feet. Feed yourself. This is the heart. This is where we hold our grief. This is age 21 to 28. This is all about unconditional love, being in touch with our emotions, connectivity, relationship with others. This is where we hold our grief. So if we're loving to ourselves, we can open up to being loving with the existence of all things. And it starts with seeing what is good. What is good? When you drink that green life force energy, be thankful for your breath. Be thankful for your limbs, that you have a body to feel. Just be thankful for the little things. And that opens up and shifts everything. The mind in fear just wants to see what's wrong. So we just want to invite what is good. Remembering the earth supports me. I don't need to do this all alone. There's energies all around me. The sky, totally open, supports me. So much energy, so greater than me, that feeds me, nourishes me, lines everything up. But I have to be open here at the heart to receive. When you deserve, you feel that you give yourself permission to fill up and fuel up with the unconditional love that you deserve. You have so much to give. So keep filling up with green if that's what you need. But if you want to invite pink, we can invite beautiful pink light. Imagine that green, rich color deep into the heart, in the lungs. But when you breathe out, let that green go underneath the armpits, the lymph nodes, down the arms. But fill the hands with pink light, beautiful pink light. And spread that pink energy to the person next to you. Send them the love, kindness, forgiveness. forgiveness, acceptance. Just send that pink energy in this room. Be sensitive to those pads, those hands filled with such high frequency. You could put it on your heart. You could lay it on your body wherever you need extra healing, love, acceptance. But you can imagine continually sending forth pink light. Send it beyond this room, beyond this town, all throughout this town, for those that need more than you even can imagine. Send it beyond this town into the city, all throughout the state, offering just compassion, acceptance. Keep sending it throughout this country, all the way into all the forests that have been burned all out throughout California, into the deep depths of the oceans. Just spreading your awareness and this kindness all throughout this planet, all throughout this universe. Just feel it. As we send love, we remove ourselves from the little me and the little concerns. We receive so much. So whenever you're feeling gloomy, hopeless, send love. Send pink light. That powers you up. And it's literally an energetic spiritual shield. If you bubble yourself in pink light with the intention of sending sincere, loving kindness, that allows love in and it allows love out. But no negativity can penetrate that barrier. You insulate your soul. You allow it to just pulsate love. And when you feel full of that pink light, it's up to you. If you haven't taken a break yet, you can lay your legs out and take a break. Just kind of a minute or two to integrate everything that you release. And the magic, all the healing usually really occurs in the integration, in the pause. So as you breathe in and you take a little break at the top of your in-breath, it's this little pregnant pause of nothingness. Then you exhale, extend that out long, and then pause again at the bottom in that void. Nice circular breaths with a big in-breath, nice pause at the top, exhale, pause at the bottom. Really nice, clean, circular breathing. In time, the pauses will be elongated. And you can really rest in that void. Really where spirit speaks to you. Where you're so receptive. Right now your heart is open. You're in complete allowance. And this is where your soul speaks. Go one more time. We're only going to ride this next one for like 5 minutes, no longer. Then we'll do sound. You come back to that bent knee position, feet on the floor. You can adjust ever so slightly after a minute or so. Feel free to play. If you want to move your neck, you want to try to yawn. Put your hands over your shoulders, whatever you need. If there's a pulsation that starts, give it a little extra energy, whatever, play with it. And we're gonna go up into the throat. We're gonna invite nice blue, sky blue, California clear sky. And this blue and the throat is all the element of air. A nice balanced throat is open, it's clear, it's expressive, able to be artistic and have flow. So when the heart's open, we're really able to speak lovingly to others. We're not reactive and triggered. There's space to just observe. That throat, let's just take in that blue color. Keep inviting that blue color in, softening your need to control. Freeing your self-expression and all that orange energy that's in the belly, this will allow it to flow, give it somewhere to go through the voice, humming, singing, just breath. The breath will heal everything. Right here, I want you to bring in that I hear and speak my truth. I express myself freely. I give myself permission to express my gifts. Most importantly, I allow myself to go with the flow of life. That means whatever presents itself is necessary. Everything that has occurred in your life up into this very moment has been necessary to bring you to this point of awakening so that your spirit can come alive and can realize its highest purpose, to really live in alignment with that felt sense of who you truly are. No excuses, no need to explain yourself to anyone, to step fully in your flow, in tune with what God has planned for you, why you're here in this earthly experience this time around. You're here to do more than just clock in and out of a job. You're here to be here, serve in a serviceful way, in a way that makes you feel joyful and alive, in a playful way, that the money is secondary. So it's finding the freedom to speak your truth. So we're going to do 3 nice deep breaths. On the first in-breath, we're breathing in together, and on the out-breath, we're just going to vocalize nice when we just let it go from the body, not from the vocal cords. So let's breathe in together. Nice in-breath. Let it go. Unafraid to hear your voice. Breathe in. Really let it go. Again. Breathe in. Let it go. Clearing, opening, making room for all that lower energy that we just awakened. The next 3 breaths, it's a nice in-breath. It's V-O-O, voo. We're going to out-breath long, natural voo until it's all extended. You can't breathe anymore. Nice, natural in-breath and voo again. So breathe in. Long, V-O-O, voo. On this side, breathe in when you're ready. say we got moo-moos over here. Got a lot of food. All right. This is all good. We moved that energy. We've awakened the throat. All right. 2 more things. Coming up to the crown, and then we're going to relax completely. So bring in a deep, deep dark purple. Everybody, you're shaking good. What do you got going on? You shaking? You shaking over here? All right, relax your head. Come back into your body. Make sure you're present. You here? You shaking? If you're, sometimes when you're zoning, open your eyes, look at the ceiling, look at 3 things in the room. Again, come back into the body, being present, into the room, so we don't dissociate and go off. We want to be here. We want to feel everything, feeling the connection, feeling our legs. Are our legs heavy? Do you feel your feet? Do your legs feel far away? Are you embodied right there with them? Where am I in relationship to my body? Just kind of scanning from the feet with the breath, really integrating, embodying, feeling the wholeness. And right behind your third eye, right there between your eyes, a little bit higher, looking up, little portal. This is where the light, your portal of light, that flashlight, rather than being turned outwardly, we want to turn it inside. And imagine that deep dark blue color. It goes all the way down your throat, your heart, all the way through the solar plexus, into the sacral chakra, and meets that orange, that belly, that beautiful orange color. That's where your intuition lives. That's where your soul gives you that physical sensation of when you're in alignment, when your belly feels soft and open and at ease. You're really connected to who you are, your sexuality, your sensuality, just the passion that lives in you. Really connected. So you could imagine drinking that orange color on the in-breath. Drink it up your spine, from your belly, drag it all the way up the spine, through the base of the neck, around the crown, and on the out-breath, breathe that deep, dark, midnight blue back down the front side of the body, soothing everything, connecting back to that orange color, all the way down into the root, into your groin. Drag that orange color, activate that kundalini energy, the base of the spine, drink it up, open up, energize the spine. All the way in live in the back side of the body. Soothe the front side with deep, dark, midnight blue. Circular breath, really integrating the core with the third eye. And just bring in the mantra, everything is unfolding as it should. Everything. The universe conspires in just the right way to give you everything you need to give up your resistance and surrender and accept. Open and allow your heart open, receptive. Trust that everything is unfolding as it should. And listen to your belly, listen to your body as the GPS for telling yourself, I'm in alignment or I'm not. You don't have to listen to doctors. You don't need other people to control you. You know. You've just gotten clouded. You put a lot of clutter in your path, whether it's mind, whether it's food, whether it's alcohol, whatever it is that's muddling up the clarity between the belly and the third eye. Just let it go. Just forgive yourself for it all. It is what it is. Right here, right now. Fresh start. Right here, right now. Everything is as it should be. Give up that battle with the past. Stop worrying about the future. Surrender to right here with the breath. There's nothing to do, nowhere to be. Just be okay with right here within me. I am one. I am in flow. Bring in above above the crown, beautiful violet color. Invite that in. If you're done shaking, you can stretch out your legs. If you want to shake a little bit more, you can. Your call. But we're going to start winding it down, and I want you to open up the crown of your head, 2 inches above the crown. Beautiful violet color. Imagine as though you don't even have a scalp, just total clear, open, and you're drinking in that beautiful violet light from the celestial realm, from the higher realm. However you tap in and believe, whether that's to Jesus Christ, whether that's to the Virgin Mother, whether that is to God, to a guru, to a saint, to an archangel, to Archangel Metatron, or the spaghetti monster in the sky, whoever it is that you believe, bring it in, open it up, drink it in, and let it shower and bathe your entire system from head to toe. Beautiful violet light, calming, soothing. Very important when you're grounded, we have to be open to the sky. If you're open to the sky and getting too spiritual, you're ungrounded. You have to have these two in balance. Gratitude to the sky above, always open to the assistance, always asking for what it is you need. When you ask, it's always received. You just trust that it's already been given. You always live in alignment with articulating what it is you need. That's all God wants, is for you to turn, have trust, and give him that love. That's it. Simple. Keeps you in alignment. And then you be grounded, grateful for the feet that you have that are on the earth. Use all of that opening from the sky to use those gifts and to walk in gratitude always. Speak in loving kindness. Use your hands always to help another. Use your feet grounded. All your senses, everything to offer service to another. Always grateful. And then bring in white light, the ultimate highest frequency. It's all the colors of the rainbow, all in one white. Beautiful light. Envelop your whole body from head to toe. It's a spiritual shield like no other. It doesn't let love in or it doesn't let love out. It just totally barricades your soul. When you need the ultimate healing protection, white light. You can imagine green just sourcing through your heart, all that green energy, everything's working, functioning, all that beautiful energy. Your system's just doing what it's supposed to do. You're totally insulated from negativity. You can even bring in a little gold. It's that highest frequency. Invite that bliss. Always invite that whole open-hearted devotion, that state of nirvana, the closest place to source energy. Just drink it in. This is the state that most of us seek. This place of loving abundance, spiritual inner healing. Just seal this feeling. This is that beloved place of nirvana and bliss. And when you're totally relaxed,